Hi, I'm Allie Cohen, and I'm here with Scott Tenorio, Principal Platform Leader at Rockwell Automation, and we're here to talk about emerging regulations on cybersecurity. So Scott, do you have any guidance on navigating the complexities of these new regulations and any crossover between them?
Yeah, so if you take a look at the regulations in general, one of the things that they're really trying to enforce is just good security practices. That have been around for years, and our services group and our product divisions have been supporting and pushing for a while now. Things like simple risk assessment, taking a look at a system up front to see where the risks, the threat models may actually be, the threat vectors may be, and actually addressing them early. So that's one of the core requirements of both the regulation that we're talking about and any security regulation in general. The other thing you can take a look at is the network configuration. That's very important when you look at a security profile and how the threat are made available to a customer or to an attacker. So when you take a look at a network perspective, when you use things like firewalls or deep packet inspection or just network segmentation, it really helps reduce the threat vector of a system. You know, if you take a look at recent studies that for OT security, there's been a growing trend that attack vectors really are coming in on the OT layer, both in the controllers and the device layer. So both those things are very important and very common in both regulations.
Okay. And how are our products and solutions helping customers with these compliance challenges, especially in legacy systems that weren't built with today's security requirements in mind?
So if you take a look at Rockwell as a whole, one of our core values, actually our core value is our people, both in our services group and our product division. And we rely on their expertise in security to really take a look at all the regulations, understand them, decipher them, and I think for our perspective, harmonize them into a single solution set for our customers. So we rely on them to actually help us to develop a common core solution set for our customers to make sure their systems are secure. When I talk about products, I'd be remiss not to bring up FactorTalk Policy Manager. It's our single configuration tool for our security profiles, and the value that it really adds is it's a drag and drop. It's very simple, very intuitive to use, and its value is it not only supports SIP security on Ethernet IP, but also provides a mechanism to actually pull in OPC UA security as well. So it gives our customers the ability to interact and secure third-party vendor products. If they're not on Ethernet IP and SIP security, but using OPC UA security, we can now still have a common tool to actually support and configure that system. When you talk about legacy devices, there are going to be devices definitely that due to their age, due to their technologies, just don't have security integrated into them. So we have two solutions there. Again, I looked at our solutions business. They actually have services that they can look and create a depth of defense. And that actually helps, again, reduce the threat vectors of a product like that. And if that isn't working for you, then another option is to use a SIP security device that we have that you can actually put in front of the legacy devices. And actually that will provide security from a network perspective and isolate those products from the rest of the world.
Okay. And what products or features do we have to ensure that production runs smoothly while customers are implementing these new security controls?
So the foundation that Rockwell Automation actually has right now is the implementation and integration of SIP security throughout our products. We released our first products built on SIP security in 2018, starting with our controllers and drives and communication products, and have continued to expand that out to other products, and actually have worked with Odoo to actually build in other functions and features. So that's the core there. When you take a look at some of the features that help our customers today, one easy thing is automatic device replacement. And when you have a security profile and certificates deployed throughout the system, if a product were to go down, with some configurations you may have to stop and redeploy the certificate to a new device. With automatic device replacement using SIP security, you can actually just remove the old device, put a new one in. There's a mechanism built into our device, so it will actually go look for the security authority, request a certificate. If it's identified and authenticated properly, the certificate will be deployed and the system back up and running. The other thing when you look at, again, going back to the regulations, we are working again with SIP security. There's been a profile built into there, role-based access control. We're developing that into our products now that will help our customers, again, be compliant to the regulations.
Okay.
And sorry, and then the last thing I would just say, I got to come back to FactoryTalk Policy Manager, in that single tool really helps our customers have a single place to go to configure their systems.
Okay. And how is our roadmap evolving to stay ahead of these changes? So how are we helping our customers with tomorrow's compliance issues?
It's a good question. So the thing that we're doing, again, I go back to our core technology in SIP security. We continue to evolve that and move it into a greater footprint within our product base. So you'll see the growth there moving forward to be compliant with, to help them secure their network, to secure their devices. With that, from a roadmap perspective, I would say that all these have been in our plans for the past several years. I will admit that the regulation may have expedited some of the developments there, but overall, these have been in our plans and roadmaps for the past several years to actually get these implemented. So I think we're in a good position to help our customers be compliant to the regulation with the technologies we have, with the people we have, and the solution sets that we have in place. Again, both from a product and a services perspective.
Okay. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching.